Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/secretspiceoflife. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Welcome to some shit that's considered legendary.
Hey, what is going on, you variety-loving people? Hope you had some spice to your day. Welcome back to Secret Spice of Life. We are your hosts. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Jordan.
And if you're new to the podcast, welcome. Well, today, as we promised before, we're going to give our predictions for Endgame, which premieres Thursday in about 4.5 days here. Right? It's like Thursday at midnight, I guess. So technically Friday.
Well, they have like showings at like 6 or 7 o'clock, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
They start early now.
That's right, yeah.
Usually it's only like a few showings early, but for Endgame, since it's so big,
Yeah.
they have a ton.
Has been, 8 years in the making?
Oh, shit. No, well, 11, I think,
11.
right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
2008 was Iron Man.
Yeah.
But, the one thing before we get started, though, like, they just announced that Spider-Man's not the end of, or not the beginning of Phase 4.
It's the end of Phase 3 now, yeah.
It's the end of Phase 3, which is weird that they would make an individual movie the ending of the phase instead of Endgame. So,
yeah.
I don't know. And maybe there's a little something going on there. I don't know. Spider-Man's fake.
yeah.
That was a theory.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll get into like all the extra theories after we give our own. But
Yeah.
if you hear the chomping, you can tell it's Easter. We're eating on our
I
goodies.
had a cupcake in my mouth when I was trying to do the intro.
I got these rip rolls. These are unheard of by most people. Rip rolls.
Rips are
unheard of by people.
Those are fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but underrated sour candy for sure. But how do you want to do this? Do you want to break it down by character deaths? Who gets the final blow on Thanos? And plot, I guess.
Well, let's just start at the beginning.
Huh?
Let's just start at the beginning with some, like, how we think this is going to start, though. Because the previews definitely don't show everything. Because there's going to have to be some questions answered at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell does Ant-Man come from? Because he was lost in his movie.
Well, I think he just gets out of the quantum realm and
How the hell does he get out of the
He finds a way
quantum
out. And he found a way out before.
Yeah, but they have to explain it. They're not just going to say, well, he got out.
Yeah. I mean, they're obviously going to
They
explain
have to
it.
show something. With a 3-hour movie, there's going to be a lot of detail at the beginning, probably. Like, the first probably, like, hour and a half is just going to be, like, introducing everybody.
Well, the first hour at least is going to be explaining how Ant-Man got out of the quantum realm, introducing Captain Marvel to the Avengers.
Well, it's going to be, everybody getting back together again, because everybody's split up for the most part, except for Captain America and Black Widow, I think, right?
Yeah.
So
They're on Wakanda.
they still are.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where they're at in the preview?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were back in New York or whatever.
Well, they go back to their Avenger base eventually, but.
Yeah. Well, I thought that's what they were at. Where were they at when they were looking on the computers? They were in Wakanda still. Like.
Oh no! I think they were back at the base at that point.
Oh.
But. When they search Paul Rudd on the Ant-Man on the computer, doesn't it say he's gone?
I don't know. Does it?
He's like photo pops up, and they're like, "Oh, everybody's gone."
Does it say he got taken? Or if he got
It's like backwards, so you can't really see what it says.
I don't know. But I mean, like, I don't know. I just want to know how he just ends up walking up to their doorstep after he was trapped in the quantum realm.
Yeah, I'm sure he just found like a time vortex or something to get out of there or something like that. Or because in Ant-Man and the Wasp, they hint at time vortexes like repeatedly. What's her name says it about 100 times. The wife of Hank Pym.
I forget what her name is, but
I think it starts with a J. But she's like, oh, if you get stuck in a time vortex, we can't help you. And I think that's how he's gonna get out. So he'll just go back, maybe not back in time, but like.
Did they have a second cutscene, or was that the second end scene, or was that the second end scene when they showed him get lost? Like, did they ever show what happened to any of his friends? I mean, the guys that he works with, you know.
Yeah, I think they did. I think it did. I think that was the second cutscene. They showed their friend or his friends or whatever, and
I
they were
feel
all
like did
disappeared.
they? I feel
Yeah, I
like
think so.
I mean, like I felt like that was maybe something that happens. Maybe they come and help him out somehow, but
I don't know.
I mean, they wouldn't know how to use any of that stuff.
Yeah, the
Obviously.
funny thing is I didn't see any of them in the previews. So
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I can't remember. I feel like I don't know if they're alive, if they're like alive or not though.
I think I don't. I thought the second cutscene was them.
I feel
Like
like it was
dying.
too. I feel like I at least saw what's his name? The one dude's name, like his best friend.
Jorge. I don't know. His
I
name.
don't know. I can't
Hector.
remember.
No, isn't it Hector?
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know. I always forget everybody's names.
Yeah, that's that one where he gets put. I think it might be only one. Oh yeah, it's only. Oh no, they show, the giant ant playing the drums at it was the second cutscene after the snap.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe the giant ant saves him.
Yeah. I don't know, but no, I mean like I don't know. They have a lot of stuff to go through at the beginning though of Avengers for sure. How they're gonna get everybody back together and everything, and actually get this all like set up. It's not just gonna be like the previews where everybody just ends up back together.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like to talk about one theory that we've saw when we were on YouTube.
Oh wait, let's save all the theories for after all of our theories, so we don't get
Why? But we might as well just go through it while we're going through it, though. While we're going through the parts of the movie.
Do you want to?
I don't know. I mean, like, why would we wait till the end and go back?
And if you want to, good.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. We'll just wait till after.
If you can remember it, but
I know which one it is. I've been thinking about it all day.
I was like looking at the trailer to see if we like any like plot like details that I thought, but how they show Iron Man and Nebula working on stuff in like the ship when they're coming back to well, obviously they're going back to like the Avengers. I think they're making suits for everybody, which is the white suits that you see in when they're all like teamed up finally again. And I think that they have something to do with the suits from Ant-Man in the quantum realm because they're the same color as Hank Pym's suit when he goes into the quantum realm. So I don't know. That's like also a theory that I heard was about.
Yeah, didn't somebody say that the quantum realm's gonna have a lot to do with this movie?
Because they've been talking about it like a lot, and
I could see that. I could see Ant-Man being the guy to kill Thanos.
Yeah.
Like somehow, like just people said that who was it? Somebody asked Paul Rudd a question when he was on like some Q&A thing for a podcast or something.
Yeah.
And they said, why don't the Russo brothers just write into the script that Ant-Man goes up Thanos' butt and expands and just blows him to pieces?
Oh man.
He's like sitting there, he's like, oh man, he's like, I don't know how to answer this question. He's like, I don't know. Like that's so weird, but
yeah.
I mean like that's like a plausible like thing.
Yeah, that could actually like happen.
How come he's never done that, dude? Like he could easily kill somebody just blowing them up from the inside.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure.
Go from tiny ant to very, very large ant. He'd be
dead. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to be inside somebody either. but there's like one thing I noticed before too. You can tell there's like time skips in the trailer itself, by how like the Avengers look and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because one, Captain America shaved his beard.
Scarlett Johansson changes her hair color.
Yeah. It grows out back to blonde or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can see like the red at the bottom, so it like grew out, and then that was dope. But Chris Hemsworth has like shorter facial hair too. I'm pretty sure at one point. I don't know. I think obviously it's gonna be like through a long. I think it's gonna be like at least like 6 months in the future when they go to like not when it starts, but it's gonna show like where they left off and then skip ahead a little bit.
I don't know if I don't think they'd wait that long though. Do you?
What are they gonna do? They have to like prepare for this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think they'd wait a half a year to like.
Well, Thanos knows that they're coming for him, so.
And he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit though.
He's sitting in his.
He still has the
whatever.
Infinity Gauntlet, so
That's like glued to his hand.
yeah,
though.
it's like
It's
like fried
destroyed,
too.
isn't it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it still works.
I mean, like, isn't that one of the theories too, though, that they have to make a new one to actually for it to work? I thought I heard that somewhere because that thing's fried.
Yeah, it's like fried to his hand, but I'm pretty sure he can still use it though.
How?
It's still stones are still in place on his hands and stuff.
They're
like
destroyed, aren't they?
No, they're
using it.
Mm-mm.
I thought they went back to the places where he got them from after he.
Apparently, I mean, they're still on his. When they show the trailer, they're still on the gauntlet.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. But
Basically, he's after he snapped, he used the time stone to get out of there. So
I thought when you used them like that they disappeared and went back to where he got them from.
yeah. Well, if that was true, he would have been killed like immediately at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah, true. Well, still, I mean, that wouldn't have saved anything anyway if they killed him. So that would have been pointless to write it in there, though.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I think that and he obviously still has them though. It shows that he still has them, but in the trailer they show everything in like black and white too, and red's a pretty prominent color.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what was the thing? Oh wait, no mind. There was something about one of the stones. We'll talk about that after though. Like which stone was the most important one in this movie coming up or something.
Oh yeah.
Like, people think it's the time stone because I mean that's my prediction that they were gonna go back in time and they just fix everything.
Well, I think that's the thing with they use the quantum realm and they're able to use like time vortexes to jump through time. They won't need the time stone.
Mm.
People were saying it's that the ether stone or whatever, the red one that can be like from like the dark world.
Yeah.
It can be like turned into liquid. And they said that's how like Hawkeye gets like super powerful.
That he ends up being the one to kill Thanos.
Yeah, he takes the kill shot. Yeah. But yeah, but they have a lot of the flashbacks too. Like they showed Tony Stark like when he in Iron Man 1 when he was like in his original like OG Iron Man suit. Like
yeah.
And then they show like I think Captain America. Like going back in time and like dancing with Peggy or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then but a lot of this trailer is based around freaking Tony Stark. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
like
he's the original Avenger.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, but like you know what I mean. Like he was
Yeah.
the first movie of the phase.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but you know what? Oh, that's one thing too. But I mean, I thought about this too before anybody said it. But they showed you how it's gonna end in
Oh yeah.
In
the flashbacks.
Yeah. When Scarlet Witch, I can't remember which one they're in. I don't know if I think it's Ultron. It's Ultron. Yeah, Age of Ultron. Yeah. When she messes with all their heads, it shows flashbacks for everybody.
Yeah.
And then Tony Stark's flashback is him on Titan, where Thanos was in the Battle of New York in the original Avengers movie. And everybody was dead except somebody pointed this out and I didn't notice it until they pointed it out. But Hawkeye is like not dead. He's just like leaned over and he has his bow drawn though. But one thing I did not notice who's in there, his daughter is dead on the ground next to him.
Whose daughter?
Hawkeye's daughter, and
daughter.
she's in the trailer learning how to fight. So she's gonna be in the battle like this like war or whatever.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That'd be something if they wrote that like years ago.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what they do. They always like movies and like stuff like that foreshadow like what's gonna happen.
Like that they'd think that far ahead for the ending of the ending of this whole thing in a movie that had like really nothing to do with it.
I don't know. I mean,
and like that's something that if you plan that years ahead, holy crap!
I mean
like that's crazy that they've just written like 11 years worth of movies.
I mean, if they're gonna do,
and strung them
if they
all
take the
together.
time to write 11 years worth of movies to make something like this, I'm sure that they've written stuff in there where there's like definitely a lot of foreshadowing of what's gonna happen.
I don't know.
And
then what was someone else's memory though? Well, didn't somebody else?
Oh yeah, Scarlett Johansson when she was back in her.
Back in her
and people think that's I'll get into that whole theory about these. That's like a whole really confusing theory that I'll talk about. But they show Hawkeye come back and Hawkeye's like not Hawkeye. He's like Ronin or whatever, which is what they. Yeah. And then they showed a funeral in here if nobody caught that.
In the trailer.
Yeah, Captain America and somebody's carrying a freaking casket. So
I don't
know if it's just for everybody who like died in Infinity War. That's what it's supposed to represent. Like they're having a burial for those people. But and then Thor has a flashback with Odin in this too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even know. Yeah.
I didn't know Scarlet Witch was dead. She got like snapped or whatever.
She did?
Yeah.
I didn't think she did.
I just showed
She was with
did.
Vision at the end. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
Vision's dead, dude.
Yeah, she was with him though, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She fought off Thanos
Yeah.
when he was trying to, or almost freaking killed him with her power, dude. Oh, that's the other thing that they're like her powers are made from that ether stone, aren't they?
They're yeah.
That's why they said
The
it's
mind,
the most
no, the mind's
powerful.
the mind
Or is it the
stone.
Mind
Yeah, it's the
Is it?
mind
No.
because that's what.
I thought it was red. Her thing.
No, red's not her thing. Her thing's red, but the mind stone is
Well, they were talking
is
about
what
whatever
we
the
used
most
to like.
powerful stone is, though.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but Vision's stone is made from the mind stone, which is the only reason that she can destroy it. She was the only one. Do you remember she was trying to destroy it before Thanos got to it?
Well,
She
no,
was
that's
trying
what they said. Well, they said they don't understand how Thanos was able to pick it out of his head like that, because anybody that touched it would have been like destroyed by it. Didn't they say that nobody's supposed to be able to just take that stone?
Oh, he ripped it out with the Infinity Gauntlet, though. So
No, he didn't. Didn't he rip it out with his freaking fingers and then shove it in the gauntlet?
I don't know.
I swear he did.
I'm
Maybe
not-
he did do it with the Infinity Gauntlet and
Yeah.
take it out. But people were saying that he still should have never been able to do that.
I had somebody have like a really stupid rebuttal about how Thor still has like Stormbreaker, like
Mhm.
his like axe or whatever, and
Yeah.
Groot's the handle's still Groot's arm. They're like, how is Groot's arm still there if he's dead? I'm
Oh my
like,
god, he's a tree.
he's
He
a
grows
tree,
it
man.
back.
He grew his other arm back. Like
Oh, God.
it's no longer attached to.
Oh god.
but I don't know what else. Yeah, but they have a lot of flashbacks. It looks like for like Captain America.
We'll get to that afterward, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's a hint. I mean, like, people have theories of about what's
Mhm.
gonna happen to some of the characters.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. I want it to be like I don't want them to go too in depth with like the planning at the beginning though. Like I kind of just want to see it play out. Like I know it's a 3-hour movie and they have to like throw some like a lot of story in there probably.
Yeah.
But like I don't want it to be like 2.5 hours of them like talking and doing nothing and then just like a half hour of them fighting Thanos at the end.
Oh yeah, I know. I want to see like
I
a
hope
good.
they don't like do that and mess it up because it would be boring.
Yeah.
But I really don't know what's gonna go on at the like in the first half of the movie because it's gonna have to be a lot of them just.
Well, it's gonna be them
finding people.
regrouping, figuring out how Ant-Man got out of the quantum realm, introducing Captain Marvel.
I feel like everyone's gonna have their own personal part for the first like hour or so of the movie though.
Like it's
Like they'll start with like Iron Man or something and
Mm.
show how he gets back. Then they'll go to Ant-Man and show how he gets back. Like,
Yeah.
You know? Or they'll probably start with like Captain America and Black Widow since I guess they're already together according to the trailer, right?
Yeah, they're already together. They're in Wakanda when that
Yeah,
shit went
I
down.
mean like so they'll probably start with them like on the computer like it is in the trailer, like looking for everybody to see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then Captain Marvel eventually comes in, so they're gonna have to show that somehow. I don't know where the hell she even comes from.
Oh, she found the beeper stopped. Well, they showed what happened. The beeper stopped, and she came. Then Bruce Banner was like, "What? Did that just stop?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh well." And then she comes in.
Yeah. I don't know. And I feel like they're gonna have a little like personal part for everybody at the beginning. Though.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to. I feel
'Cause they
like
have to fill time.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of story and a lot of regrouping, a lot of showing what they're doing and their plan and everything like that, and then them trying to execute it.
Yeah.
But
I just hope they don't give. I mean, they're obviously not going to give away the whole plan at the beginning of the movie, though. They're not going to say, "Oh, like we're going to try and do this," and that's not going to happen, dude.
yeah,
I mean, like they're not going to do exactly what they plan to do.
Oh, yeah, it's not gonna
There's
work.
going to be some crazy thing at the end that happens.
oh yeah,
That you're
has
not
to be.
going to expect. I mean, like I feel like the people that have the theories are just like pulling shit from comic books and
Mhm.
stuff and saying, "Oh, like this is going to happen because this is in the comic book."
yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna end it like that.
I think they're
Like,
gonna
with something
take
that
parts
people
of
can
each
think
comic
about.
book or something like that to put in the end. Like they're gonna take bits and pieces.
Maybe.
It's not gonna be one like complete ending. It's gonna be like a mixed ending or
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, like I feel like they want to kind of surprise people a little bit.
Yeah, they
Not
wanna keep
just-
you on
not
your
just,
toes.
Like have something predictable happen that you could have read in a comic book years ago.
yeah, but
Shoot, do you just want to get into like who you think is gonna go down or
Yeah.
not be in the universe anymore.
Well, okay. Well, mine's weird. How do you want to word that question? Because it's gonna change my answer.
I'm not
Like
saying
permanently
dying.
dead?
I'm saying either dying or just
Not in the universe.
yeah, just out of the universe.
Well, you mean like permanently gone though, for like the dying part? Or you mean if they're gonna die and like say they use the time stone, they come back, like that type of shit?
No, nobody. I'm not talking about who's coming.
Okay, because I would say everybody's gonna die at least once.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think some shit's gonna. I think it's gonna be the ending of freaking what they showed. It's gonna be Tony versus Thanos.
That'll be the pre-ending.
Yeah,
and then they'll go back and bring everybody back,
and then kill them. Yeah,
and then certain people will die, and certain others won't.
Yeah.
But that's what I would think would happen if they go that direction.
Yeah, but who I think is gonna not be here? I'm not gonna say if they're gonna die or not, but you can take it with a grain of salt, whichever way you want to do this. But who's not gonna be in the MCU anymore? Iron Man's not gonna be there. Captain America is not gonna be there.
Oh man, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough to word the question like that because when I know what you're saying, like how they're not gonna be in the MCU, but they're technically not dead.
I mean,
so,
I
guess kind of Captain America might be the thing we're considering, because he would have been like. We'll talk about it after, but
besides that, honestly, if it's not any of it has to be one of the original Avengers that have to die. It wouldn't be anybody else.
Well, yeah, I mean like. Captain America is gone. I think no matter what they decide to do with him, if they actually kill him off or if whatever happens that we talk about after, because Chris Evans' contract was like supposed to be up like years ago with Marvel. So I mean, like he's not going to be it. Bucky's going to be the new Captain, or like, even if there is another Captain.
Yeah,
America.
even Falcon could be Captain America too.
Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon's Captain America.
No, he's not going to be because he's having his own show.
Well, so is Winter Soldier with him.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Shit, I didn't think about them being together.
They could be the Captain America team.
I didn't think about them being together. Huh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah, I never noticed how much like rapport they have together, like charisma together. I was watching I think it was Civil War with them too. They were like in a group the entire time, like just bashing each other, and it was hilarious.
That's right. They do fight together. They get Tom Holland and they attack him when he first comes in. Oh my god, I forgot about that. But I mean, I think Chris Evans is definitely gonna be done with the MCU.
Yeah.
I don't think Tony's gonna be gone, dude.
I think he is. I think
he's gonna be like.
Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you're listening to the podcast, it would mean the world to us if you gave us a rate and review. Subscribe to the podcast as well, so you're first to know when we release new episodes. Be sure to download the podcast to help us out. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, the full-length podcast is in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. Check us out on all of our social media. Our Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat are all official SSOL. Again, that is OFFICIALSSOL. That is on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And you can find us at Secret Spice of Life on Facebook. Don't forget to check out our website and blog. New blog every Wednesday, and potentially some bonus blogs throughout each week. Be sure to check out our Patreon as well, because for 2019 and every year coming, we are going to monetize our Patreon for charity. So anything that is donated to our charity tier on there will be donated to a charity of your choosing or our choosing by the end of the year or every 6 months or so. But yeah, make sure to donate to that to give back to other people. And as always, have a positive and productive day.
Welcome to some shit that's considered legendary.